Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we are starting our Q&A series where you guys ask the Q's and we answer them. Today's question is a parent question, and it is, what could you not live without in the first 3 months of your baby's life? So a lot of people think or say that the first 3 months of your baby's life is really the 4th trimester. I personally wanted to take the 4th trimester off from people, from work, from social media, from just everything, and really be present with my baby because I wanted to have that bonding time with her. My first thing that I could not have lived without was the bonding time that I was able to have with her for those 3 months. And I was really strict with those 3 months. It was my time, it was our time as a family. Like I said, we didn't have any visitors, which some people might think it's like sacrilegious, like you can't not have visitors, but really you can not have visitors, and people should understand, and if they don't...
A lot of people, I think, forget how important, especially the first month, but those 3 months, but that first month is in terms of adjustment for the mother, adjustment for the baby, an adjustment for the family. What we found was as much time as you can spend and dedicate, even if you do have to go to work, it's coming home and having as much bonding time for you as a family, because it really is a complete 180 in how your life used to be. And on top of that, this is time you don't get back. I mean, these first few months of development are so precious, and so we really recommend take as much time as you can off to bond with each other, to help each other out, and to bond with your new little person, because this little person is depending on you, and this person is getting to know you the way you're getting to know him or her.
And people are going to text and ask you for pictures and this, that, and the other thing, and it's okay to not send pictures, and it's okay to not text back, because this is your time, and it is your baby's time, most importantly. And everybody else can wait. And those dishes in the sink can wait too. That was hard for me.
Yeah.
The second thing that I couldn't live without was the nursing boppy pillow. It's a C-shaped pillow and it goes over your belly, and you can nurse your baby in different positions. And that was super, super helpful for me.
You use that every time?
I used it I did. Every single time that I nursed, I had her on it, football hold and another hold, and it was an essential for me for nursing if you're breastfeeding. And
also the boppy pillow came in really handy for me too. If I was giving her a bottle, I could wrap that around, and because they're teeny, these little people are like the size of my forearm. So you're holding him or her up. For us, it was her. We're holding her up for a while. You just have this little pillow, and especially in the middle of the night, if you're getting up at 2 in the morning and you're sitting in a chair to nurse, it kind of gives you that support to just rest your arm in, and then she can lay there and you can give her the bottle and you can just, rock back and forth, but you're not trying to like hold yourself up with your knee or whatever. So yeah, that's a fantastic invention.
And to go along with the boppy pillow, the next thing was a lactation consultant. We hired one. We've talked about this, I think, in a vlog or something before, but we hired one in Orlando. And she came over on a Saturday morning at bright and early and helped me immensely. And my nursing now that it was the day after we came home from the hospital, but so I didn't really have much experience obviously beforehand, but my nursing life changed drastically after I saw her.
I think it set your patterns of nursing very early on. It set the foundation for how you were going to nurse her.
Some people just kind of give up and go straight to formula. If your argument is that a lactation consultant is too expensive, you're going to spend that much or more on formula.
Easily.
So why not try out a lactation consultant?
You're probably going to spend that much in formula in the first month. Human beings evolved drinking milk from their mother. Most animals do, mammals. So unless you have an actual problem with your breasts, and you can't produce milk, or there's an issue, that's separate. We're not talking about that. But if it's just, it is difficult. I mean, it did take a lot of work. but the rewards were immense, not only for her, but for you. I mean, they still last to this day. The closeness that you feel with her, the ability to, anywhere we are, if she's hungry, we don't have to take a bottle out and fill it with formula and get water and all that. All she has to do is literally, baby's eating. I mean, that's pretty simple. Instant calm down too. You have a screaming baby, and baby needs to eat.
Even if baby doesn't need to eat, if baby needs comfort, and before you tell me that I'm creating a monster by comfort nursing her, I really don't want to hear it, because she's fine.
Really, she is. Sometimes those extra couple minutes will like calm her down, and she's like, I'm back to being happy again.
Yeah, for example, I don't know if we should tell stories in this Q&A thing because it might be too long, but the other day she was playing, she smacked her head on the door frame. She instantly had a knot the size of a golf ball. I immediately nursed her and she stopped crying.
And while you were nursing her, then I could put ice on her head so there was no bruise, and she was fine. She just got a couple times, she like pulled it away, but she was fine. She nursed for a total of 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes while we iced her head. No bruise, no bump, and calm baby.
Yeah, and I didn't sit down or anything. I literally just whipped it out and held her in cradle position immediately, and she latched on and he put the ice and she was fine.
So if you're having problems nursing, or you just want some advice, a lactation consultant. Really, really good idea.
Absolutely.
We highly recommend it.
Like, I had so many things that I really loved, and I
want to
still
talk about
love.
one.
Okay.
The Boppy Lounger. That's a different one. You had the Boppy pillow.
Yeah.
But we also had something called the Boppy Lounger, which is like a little round pillow with like a divot in the middle. And our baby slept with us in bed. We had a little bassinet next to us. But then a lot of times she would sleep in bed. And so we would put this Boppy pillow in between us. So like if my head was here, the Boppy was in between my legs and Crystal's legs, and we could lay the baby down, and then she was just in between us. So she was elevated, she was high, it kept her head up high. We were able to sleep. We were able to sleep kind of calmly and comfortably without a little person between us, or having to reach over and get her. And she slept in that for several months, a good while. I mean, it was really something that she just became used to sleeping in. And then we used that pillow. We took the Boppy pillow and we transferred it to her bassinet when she was sleeping full time in her bassinet, because she was used to sleeping on that kind of elevated, soft cushion. So the Boppy Lounger we would recommend too.
Yeah. Next one, or the last one for this video, was a wrap to hold the baby in, because once I could start moving around, if you didn't know, I did end up in an emergency C-section. We do have a video on that. If you are interested, I'll link it somewhere around here to watch our birth story. But once I was able to walk around, I held her all the time, or I wore her all the time, and I went through several wraps. My two favorites are Solly Baby Wrap, which I will link them down below. The owner of that company is amazing, and the wraps are super soft and they're lightweight. It's so easy to wrap. I know that they may look intimidating, but Solly Baby Wrap also has videos on how to tie your wrap, so I will link those as well. The second favorite is an actual carrier, and that is the Honest carrier. For those of you also that know us, know that we love the Honest company, and they're
not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored, but we're open to it. They have an amazing carrier that's also front-facing carrier, and it's super comfortable.
No, and the baby's very supportive for the baby and very supportive for us, too.
Now, I recommend the Solly Baby when the baby's small. From newborn, literally, you can start wearing your baby the day you deliver your baby. I switched from the wrap to the carrier once she could start turning around and kind of start grabbing things behind her. So at that point, we got the Honest carrier, and I could face her forward, and she really likes facing forward.
It's super convenient. It's so much more convenient than having to take a stroller everywhere, for instance. You have to unpack the stroller, you have this big bulky thing. Sometimes you want to just get in and get out, and it's also really... There's also a comforting aspect because you have this little person up against you. And again, this time is going to go by quickly. You're not going to get this. A few years from now, you're not going to be carrying your baby around because they're going to be a toddler. They're going to be running everywhere.
Right.
And then after that, they're going to be a teenager telling you to f off. So at the end of the day, take advantage of these times you have because they don't come back.
And a fun fact, babies who are born from birth in a carrier, sling, or wrap
Cry 43% less.
That is
than
what I
other
was trying to
babies.
say. So that is it for our first Q&A video. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. They don't have to be about babies or parenting. They could be about anything.
Yeah, anything you guys want to know, life advice, relationship, work advice, we're here to answer it.
So
unless we don't like the question, then we may not, because
That's
it's our
different.
prerogative.
Thank you, Bobby. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We do post videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.
Share it with your friends.
Share
and
it with
family.
your friends, and we will see you next time.
Oh, let me look at you.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we are starting our Q&A series where you guys ask the Q's and we answer them. Today's question is a parent question, and it is, what could you not live without in the first 3 months of your baby's life? So a lot of people think or say that the first 3 months of your baby's life is really the 4th trimester. I personally wanted to take the 4th trimester off from people, from work, from social media, from just everything, and really be present with my baby because I wanted to have that bonding time with her. My first thing that I could not have lived without was the bonding time that I was able to have with her for those 3 months. And I was really strict with those 3 months. It was my time, it was our time as a family. Like I said, we didn't have any visitors, which some people might think it's like sacrilegious, like you can't not have visitors, but really you can not have visitors, and people